Hey guys, Mr. Mooney1235 here again, bringing you the final review of the discography review of Blur, Think Tank. 2003 album, and probably gonna be Blur's last, unless Damon will actually come together and record again. I cannot wait for the Blur box set, Blur 21. I'm sure some of you have seen the trailer for it, especially if you're watching this video. Obviously you have some type of interest in Blur. I'll link the trailer down there below to check it out. And yes, I have been enjoying Under the Westway and The Puritan, the two songs that Blur have released for the ending of the 2012 Olympics this year in London. Those songs are really good, and it's kind of gotten me back at listening into Blur. Because of those two songs, I kind of returned back to them, and it's been a real trip, and that's kind of why I've been doing these reviews lately. But anyway, on to 2003's Think Tank, the last album by Blur. Now, on this album, Graham Coxon had left the band, he was off doing his own solo stuff, and Damon and the rest of them just kind of carried on making a CD. They made this CD overseas, and there's a whole bunch of kind of like worldly influence in it. It just doesn't show that much. The song Out of Time has like almost an Italian feel to it, especially near the very end where you can hear somebody singing Italian as the song fades out. But anyway, track 1, Ambulance. This song is really heavily electronic and has some really simple lyrics. I ain't got nothing to be scared of. It's a song basically about being born, which is really unique actually. You don't hear really many songs about that subject. Track 2, Out of Time, is this really pretty song. It's got some really reverb keyboard effects going on in the background as the guitar plays really slowly. Some really beautiful lyrics. The next song on here, Crazy Beat, is the only one that's really a rocker, I guess I should say. Once again, the lyrics are a little simple and the guitar work is really basic. Damon played guitar on all these songs on here, and you can really tell because it doesn't sound like Graham. Graham had this really unique style all throughout Blur's career that really was distinctive. And you know, like you can hear a certain riff or whatever like that, and you could literally say, that sounds like something Graham would do. It really shows on this album that Graham is not on it. With Damon on guitar, the guitar is a little bit more dumbed down. There's a few more like power chords, there's a few more things that are a little bit simpler. Not to say Damon is not a great guitarist. I mean, he did really great work on Dr. D and the Gorillaz with guitar. But it's just not Graham. You can just hear that. So Crazy Beat has this repetitive guitar riff that goes on and on. I mean, it's a really pumping song. The lyrics are fun to sing along to. Yeah. And the music video is pretty cool looking too. Good Song is this really pretty, good song. Couldn't think of a title for that one, I guess. Good Song. It's a good song, what can I say? On the Way to the Club is this really slow, computerized beat in the background with some really pumping, reverby synthesizers. Damon's voice has been manipulated a little bit to sound a little echoey. It's really a cool jam. It's really hypnotic kind of. You can almost fall asleep to this song. It's awesome. Brothers and Sisters, a song that's all about drugs. It's funny, it's all about taking drugs. I don't know, whatever. It's a good song though, I mean I can't hate it on that, it's just the lyrics are kind of different for Blur especially. Track 7, Caravan, is another one of my favorite songs by Blur, I believe. Once again, it's this really slow song, slower songs on this album than most Blur material because of Graham, being gone. They didn't really stick to many guitar heavy stuff. Still, it's got this really nice quiet beat in the background. These really pretty piano parts, and one of my most favorite moments of this album, a really beautiful accordion solo. Damon's voice sounds a little bit, distorted again, but man, that freaking accordion solo, that sounds beautiful and it really fits. Track number 8, We've Got a File on You. It's literally a minute long and it's just this really quick jam. I kind of hate that it's so short though because it's really uplifting, but by the time you really get into it, it's already over. Macaran People's Revolutionary Bowl Club is next. It's a really long title and kind of hard to say, but it's a bouncy, happy little song and I really enjoy it a whole lot. Sweet Song is probably one of the most beautiful songs I've ever done. It's really slow, and like the title says, once again, it's very sweet. I'm not really sure if the song is about anything specifically. He just chose some words that have a really nice imagery to them. Really pretty piano part in there. Really light percussion. Very sleepy song, and it's really sexy. I can picture a very passionate love scene in a movie to this song. It's really good and really different for Blur. Because one thing about Blur, you do not want to put on Blur when you're having sex. Damon's silly ass vocals will take you right out of the mood. But this is one song that I think you could do that to. It's awesome. Track number 11, Jets. This one here, some people aren't going to like, but I personally do. It's very bass heavy, it has a really repetitive slow beat to it, and there's only one line in the entire song. Jets alight, comet set, sunset. Jets alight, comet set, sunset. It repeats that about 4 times, and then the vocals are done, and the song just keeps going on and on for about 7 minutes. And it's awesome! The bass pumps in that, the really minimal guitar things in it. You wouldn't think it would be as good as it is, but it's really great. Gene by Gene is really awesome, has a really experimental sound of like a really rickety old chair. It kind of helps drive the beat along. It's really upbeat, has some really awesome lyrics. And then the last song, Battery in Your Leg, is this really quiet piano thing that sends the album off on a really slow note. It really fits the mood of the album really well. And then, before I get spammed in the comments, yes, I know about the hidden track on this album. When the first song starts, Ambulance, if you have the ability to like rewind or fast forward songs on your CD player or something like that, if you hold down the rewind button on the very first song, there's actually a song behind the first track on the album. If you keep backing it up for about 6 minutes or so, you're gonna find this song called Me White Noise. It's just this crazy experimental, like really loud, bombastic thing that sounds like something that could be on 13. I really enjoyed Damon's part of that song though. And then you move, push, 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 push. Me White Noise, I like it personally. It's not, obviously, it's not my favorite thing that Blur's ever done, but I do think it's really cool because I don't think I've ever seen another CD where a hidden track is behind track number 1. It's usually hidden somewhere, you know, at the end. So yeah, Blur's Think Tank, it's really good. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing if Blur will release anything in the future. So yeah, those are the main 7 studio albums by Blur, right there, reviewed in detail for y'all. Some a little bit more than others, but some I just wanted to touch on a little bit longer because there's more stuff I thought you needed to know in those than the other ones, but you don't really care anyway. So I'll be right back. We're going to be doing some regular reviews. I got a few albums I want to talk to you guys about. So yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Mr. Mooney 1235. See you guys later.